everybody. Welcome. There we are. Now we're live. Great. Welcome to another episode of Monday Mindset. I am Erin Hart. I am a registered nurse and a health coach that empowers women over 40 to achieve their goal body with the sugar and flour-free lifestyle. So I lost 125 pounds myself. And if you're a busy mom or a grandma that struggles to prioritize your self-care, but you want to find peace with your food and your body so you can be able to focus on those most important things in life, then this is for you. So thank you so much for joining me today. So today we're going to dive into a really crucial topic when it comes to losing weight with the sugar and flour-free lifestyle, and that is when to adjust your meal plan. So whether you're just starting your weight loss journey or you're well on your way, it's so essential to know when and how to tweak your plan so that you can keep seeing results and stay healthy. So during a coaching call this week, I spoke with a client whose medical provider recommended some more protein in her diet for some health issues that she's facing. And she was a bit hesitant to add food to her plan. And so I just want to address that hesitancy to adjust your meal plan when you're in the weight loss phase and empower you to know that this is great. So I want to talk to you about how to adjust your meal plan. The initial meal plan that you're on is not your meal plan for life. So as your body changes or as you gain experience and you discover what works best for you in your body, there are times when it's appropriate to and absolutely necessary to change your meal plan. But I know that this can be scary, especially in the weight loss phase. If you're adding food to your plan, that can be scary. And while it seems counterintuitive, I just want you to know that sometimes adding food to your plan can help you lose weight faster. So of course, when you're transitioning to maintenance and when you're in maintenance, you have to add food to your plan because you can't and shouldn't stay in a caloric deficit forever. You have to add food to slow the rate of weight loss so you can level out into your goal weight range in maintenance. You add and remove food elements in maintenance one by one, right, to keep you within that range. So that's another podcast episode. And there are multiple modules in the Success Path course that teach you exactly how to transition to maintenance and thrive in maintenance. So I'm not going to get into that today, but today I want to focus on when to adjust your meal plan specifically during the weight loss phase. But first, let's just go back to basics of nutrition for a second. So a healthy diet, it's just all about creating a healthy caloric target and eating a well-rounded diet with a variety of foods from every food group so that you have a balance of the main macronutrients of protein, carbohydrates, and fat, so that your body has the fuel it needs to move and to do all that you need to do, right? So food is fuel. And your body is made up of 30 trillion cells that are all little factories, and every little cell in your body needs nutrition. You need a balance of macronutrients for energy, and you also need a variety and a balance of micronutrients like vitamins and minerals that come from eating the rainbow every day so your body can function properly. When we overeat and we eat more food than we need for fuel, than our body is using, those excess calories are stored in our body as fat. So in our world of abundance, it's so easy to eat more food than our body needs. So many of us have gained an unhealthy amount of body fat, which can put us at risk for those diet-related diseases. So to really when we talk about weight loss, the goal is not to lose weight, it's to lose body fat. Because we want to maintain muscle mass. We don't want to lose muscle. We want to lose body fat, not muscle. So to burn that excess energy that's stored in your body as fat, you need to create a caloric deficit. And I recommend a deficit of 10 to 30%. You want to make sure that your caloric deficit is above your your basal metabolic rate. Um, this is going to allow you to lose fat without losing muscle mass. And the goal is to lose about 1 to 2 pounds a week, right? The best way to do that is to customize a meal plan that allows you to eat an abundance of healthy, real food that's free from sugar and flour in weighed or measured quantities. So if you need help creating an initial plan, I can definitely help you with that. Please reach out to me for like a free consultation. I can help you get started. But once you have your meal plan, your weight loss meal plan with a caloric deficit of 10 to 30%, then it's your job to follow the plan. But there are times when we need to make adjustments to that plan. And it's important to know that we shouldn't be in a caloric deficit forever. So when we begin our journey, our meal plans are often designed for those initial stages where we need to kickstart weight loss. But as we progress, our bodies change, and so do our needs. So it's easy to get comfortable with our initial plan, but sticking to the same routine can sometimes stall our progress. So how do we know when it's time to make adjustments to our plan? Well, what we need to do is to look at our data. And that's one of the reasons that it's so important to track your data when you're in the weight loss phase and, throughout your health journey. Because the data, it's not just about your body weight, but we also look at the other ways to know if your meal plan is working for you. Like your hunger, your cravings, your energy levels, whether or not you have peace around your plan, if you're feeling hopeful, right? So, if you're able to be consistent with your plan. So, those are really important factors when we're considering whether or not your plan is working for you. But weight is a very important factor, and it's such a useful factor because it's so objective. And it's just a number on a scale, right? So just know the monthly weight trend is way more important than the daily and weekly trends. We want to see that steady weight loss. And one way to know that our plan is working for us is by watching that trend and having a weight tracker either on your phone or printing out the weight tracker from the workbook and tracking that each week, looking at your trajectory, at your trend. And so if you're feeling peaceful with your meal plan, if your weight is trending in the direction that you want it to go, those are indications that your plan is working for you. So sometimes during the weight loss phase, you have to expect lower energy levels and hunger. Like those are normal during the weight loss phase. But after a while, with the sugar and flour free lifestyle, your cravings should go away. And so really low energy levels and hunger are not really reasons to change your plan unless you're finding that it's just too difficult to stick with your plan. The right plan for you is the one you can be consistent with. So consistency and patience really are the key to success. But you also know if your plan is not working for you, like I said, if you can't stick to it. So if you're having trouble being consistent, that's a good indication that we might want to adjust your meal plan. If you feel like you're white knuckling it or you just find you're making a lot of exceptions and excuses, it's better to adjust your plan than to continue that way. So also, if you're noticing any form of disordered eating, that is definitely a reason to adjust your meal plan and to adjust your strategy with weight loss. So any form of disordered eating, whether it's binging or restricting, right? We don't want to go on either end of that extreme. We want to be right there in the middle and just have that peace and control with our food be able to have that steady weight loss. But if you are having any form of disordered eating, please reach out to me. I would love to help you with that. I've had times when I've struggled with that myself. So I understand the struggle, and sometimes we need to get more support when that is the case. But it's definitely a reason to adjust your meal plan and adjust your strategy. You also may know that your plan is not working for you, or if it's a good idea to adjust your strategy if it's recommended to you by your doctor. They can see a bigger picture of your health and your overall health and your needs. And so having someone, a medical provider, guiding you in the process can be really helpful. So if you don't have peace around your plan, if you're losing muscle, or if you just need a break, like those are all reasons to make changes with your meal plan. And sometimes, like, despite doing everything right, we hit a plateau. And this is where patience and consistency really come in. Just knowing when to write it out and stick to your plan is so crucial. But sometimes it is important to adjust your strategy and adjust your plan. Weight loss, it's not linear, and your body may just need time to adjust. So staying consistent and just keep tracking your progress, trusting the process is the key. But if you stop losing weight, even though you're 100% on your plan, and for 4 weeks, like 4 weeks of 100% on your caloric deficit plan, and you're not losing weight, that is what we would really classify as a plateau. It's not just like a couple days where the scale doesn't go down, right? We're talking about 4 weeks of really consistency with your caloric deficit plan, and you're not losing weight. So in that case, I would definitely recommend doing, a metabolic reset. And in that, as your body changes, we need to adjust your meal plan to match your new metabolic rate, your energy levels, and nutritional requirements. So, your body is really smart. And if you've been at a caloric deficit for a long time, your metabolism adjusts to that lower, the lower amount of calories that you've been eating. And so it can be really beneficial to go back to a maintenance plan for a little while, and that can help you to restore your metabolism, and so that you can have future weight loss success when you do a caloric deficit again in the future. So I know that there's a lot of different reasons to adjust your plan, but as your body changes in the weight loss phase, as you shrink, you may need less food than when you started. So there are times, and there are also times when you may want to add food, like we talked about, if you're kind of at a plateau. So one surprising fact is that sometimes adding food to your diet can really help you lose weight faster. And it might sound counterintuitive, but increasing your intake of really nutrient-dense foods can boost your metabolism. So if you're just starting my program and you've been in the weight loss mode for years, which many of my clients have been at a caloric deficit, like an aggressive caloric deficit for years and years, and they're just not losing weight, that can be because of that metabolic adjustment that your body does. And so sometimes it can be best to start with a maintenance plan for 3 months before you go to a caloric deficit. So let me just share a few examples from a few of my clients. I have a client that had been at a caloric deficit of like 50% for years and years on another program before she came here, and she just wasn't losing weight. And this is because of that metabolic adaptation. And so your body is designed to protect you from starvation. And if you're in a caloric deficit for too long, your body will really have trouble losing weight because it's in that starvation mode. It's trying to protect itself. So sometimes success with losing weight means that you need to add food to your plan so you can restore your metabolism. And a staged approach to weight loss can be a great way to go. So instead of being at a caloric deficit for years and years, you take a strategic and staged approach. So I recommend being in a caloric deficit for, no longer than 2 to 6 months, ideally. But if you are seeing results, like at the most a year. So if after that amount of time you are not yet at your goal, it's a good idea to take a break and to restore your metabolism for 3 to 6 months with a maintenance plan. So, and then after that amount of time, then you can go back to the caloric deficit and your body will respond better. And this maintenance, going back to a maintenance plan, it's not like going back to eating junk food and just eating whatever you want. Like you're still maintaining your sugar and flour-free lifestyle and your quantities by weighing and measuring your food, but where you have added food to your plan. And intentionally and strategically adding food for this staged approach with the goal of maintaining your current weight and restoring your metabolism can help you achieve your goals faster than just trying to continue, with the caloric deficit. So sometimes this can help you get to your goal body faster. It's easier mentally to commit to a caloric deficit for only 2 to 5 months or something than it is to think of doing a caloric deficit for years and years, right? That can it's so easy to burn out on that. So the benefits of a staged approach can be to restart your metabolism. Your metabolism is like a bonfire, and when you add fuel to the fire, it gets hotter, right? It burns more. And that's the same with our metabolism, is that when we add food to our meal plans, it helps our metabolism to increase. So we can eat more food while maintaining your current weight. So that's the goal with like doing a systematic reverse, is to eat more food while maintaining your current weight. It also helps you to minimize fat gain, because if you're in the binge and restrict cycle, that's a really great way to put on fat, to add fat to your body, because anytime you binge, your body stores all that extra energy as fat. And so we don't want to do that when we have a low metabolism, so adding food to your plan, if you're having trouble being consistent with your plan, just adding food so that you can be consistent is really the goal. A staged approach is also beneficial because it can really improve the likelihood of future weight loss success. When you're, if you've not yet achieved your desired weight range, and adding food to your plan can restart your metabolism. You can maintain there for a little while, and then when you go back to a caloric deficit, it can help you to lose weight faster. So one of my clients, she, like I said, she was on an aggressive caloric deficit for years and years and years. And she was really just having trouble sticking with her meal plan, with a caloric deficit meal plan. And so we decided to add food to her plan. She wasn't seeing the results that she wanted to see with her weight loss. But interestingly, by adding food to her plan, she started to lose weight again. And so we didn't go all the way back up to a maintenance plan for her. We just added a couple food elements, and her body her metabolism fired back up, and then she was able to be more consistent with her plan, and that helped her to lose weight faster. So another client I had, she had also been in a caloric deficit for way too long on a different program, and just wasn't getting the results that she wanted with weight loss. And so she was a really active hiker, and so we added protein to her plan, and in the to help her restore her metabolism. And the process, it can take time, right, to be able to restore your metabolism if you've been at a caloric deficit or been in the diet mentality your whole life. It can take some time for your body to restore the metabolism, but luckily and for most people, like, you can restore your metabolism. I mean, with the exception of, there are some studies that show people who try to lose weight, biggest loser style, where they just are way too aggressive of a caloric deficit, that can cause permanent damage to your metabolism. But for most of us, we can restore our metabolism, and so just by adding some food to your plan. So that's one way that you might need to adjust your meal plan. But another way is maybe you need to remove food from your plan. So I have a client who was not, she was really short and just was not losing weight fast enough, and so we adjusted her meal plan by removing a food element there, and that helped her to so you just have to adjust your meal plan for your body, and sometimes it just takes experimentation. And there are also times when you just want to stick with it and you just want to sprint to that finish line, and you don't want to do a staged approach. You just want to kind of have that sprinter's mindset and get the weight off as fast as you can. So it's appropriate sometimes to stick with it and just write it out. Low energy and hunger are normal in the weight loss phase, but just know that it's not forever. And what we're wanting to do is create habits and routines that can just help you to bypass the need for willpower in that caloric deficit so that you can stick to your plan. So, so adjusting your meal plan is just an important part of it's not, you don't always have to adjust your meal plan, but if you are at a plateau, if you are struggling to stay consistent, if you're wanting faster results, or if maybe you're even losing weight too fast and you need to slow it down, we just have to look at that data, your weight trends, look at your consistency, whether or not you're feeling peaceful with your food and your meal plan. And those are all some things that we take into consideration when adjusting your plan. So adjusting your meal plan, it's a natural and really necessary part of your weight loss journey. Of course, when you achieve maintenance and transition to maintenance, you need to add food into your plan. And when you're in maintenance, you add and remove food elements to keep you within your 10-pound goal weight range. So don't get too comfortable with your plan. As you look at the data to determine if your plan is working for you, just customize your sugar and flour-free lifestyle to your body and your preferences by getting support around making changes to your plan. So I never recommend doing this on your own day to day. I don't change my plan on my own. I have my buddy, and I always run any changes that I'm planning to make through her, because I feel like it's kind of that safety net to help me stay out of the diet mentality and just help me to make decisions based off of really what's best long term, instead of the food or weight chatter that we sometimes have. So be sure to get support around this with a mentor or a coach. Don't do this on your own day to day and make changes willy-nilly when you're having food thoughts or food chatter. Really, remember, the right plan is the one that you can stick to. So be patient. At all costs, avoid disordered eating, and be so kind to yourself and just stay the course. have that mindset of unstoppability. And I promise that with consistency and an abundance of patience, you will achieve your goal. Our goal is to get out of the food and weight obsession. And this is the process of sustainable weight loss. And I just want to empower you to know that it's okay to adjust your meal plan and listen to your inner knowing to know when that's right. So I am so excited for you guys. This is going to be a great summer. I'm really excited to announce that this summer is the summer of success. So if you are in my weekly group or one-to-one coaching program, we are going to dedicate 12 weeks to this process this summer. So starting June 17th, the week after the Healthy Real Food Challenge, each week we're going to watch the videos from one of the modules in the Success Path course and then meet on Zoom to do the success work from the workbook together. So I'm really proud of this course and it's helped me so much. I'd love for you to go through it with me. The Summer of Success just means optimizing your meal plan for your goals and going all in with it for 12 weeks of support and transformation. So this concept, it involves 12 weeks of dedicated effort to refining your meal plan and achieving your goals. And for you, if you need to adjust your strategy to a staged approach, this may mean 3 months of consistency with a maintenance meal plan. Or maybe you're at a place where you need to be on a caloric deficit. So whatever your goal is, I can help you with your strategy and help you to customize your sugar and flour-free lifestyle. In my small group or one-to-one coaching program, I guide you every step of the way, and you get that support from the Ideal Support community. So we're going to do this together. And I've actually decided to go back to a caloric deficit for this time to optimize my own health. And I'm going to go through the whole course and do this success work with you. I want to share a little bit about my personal journey really quick before we go. My life, many of you know my story that my life changed back in 2020 when I discovered a sugar and flour-free lifestyle and food boundaries and lost 125 pounds that year. So I went all in for a year with my meal plan, and that was the right approach for me. To have that sprinter's mindset, because mentally I was in a place where I was ready and my body responded to it. So I had a lot of peace with it. So I went all in for a year with my plan. And after transitioning to maintenance, it was just amazing not to have the goal of weight loss anymore. But I have learned a lot. I've made some mistakes in maintenance by not being as strict with quantities, which led to some weight creep. And so initially that first year or two, I had a little bit of weight creep. And when weight creep happens, you have two options. You can either adjust your goal range and just accept where you are and love yourself right where you are, or you can tweak your meal plan. And at that time, I chose to tweak my meal plan back to a caloric deficit, but it was a stressful time in my life where I still hadn't mastered coping with life without food, and I found myself struggling with binging at times. So I learned that that was not the right strategy for me with weight creep at that time. And I needed to just love myself where I was and maintain where I was, focus on consistency. Now, before I started this lifestyle, I was literally binging every single day. So binging once a week or once a month was a huge improvement. But during that first year of weight loss, I wasn't binging at all. So it felt like a little bit of a setback in maintenance when I started to go back to some of those old coping behaviors. And it helped me to see some inner work that I still needed to do. But still, it was tons of progress compared to the many years that I struggled with binging every single day. So in the past 3 years in maintenance, my main focus has just been not binging and maintaining where I was, which was about 20 pounds above that ideal range and that I wanted to be. And even with the weight creep, I have been in the same size clothes for 3 years, and that is such a miracle. I've learned and grown so much in maintenance, especially this past year. I learned how to overcome emotional eating. I treated my anxiety that was contributing to my binging episodes and learned how to better regulate my nervous system to get out of fight or flight mode instead of using food as a buffer to eat or to feel better. So while I'm not perfect and I still at times slip up here and there, I'm super consistent with my food and exercise. I'm not binging and I feel settled and peaceful in maintenance. So my identity in this lifestyle is so strong. So I feel that I'm finally ready to just get off that last 20 or so pounds. My original goal weight range was a little higher than I think I should have settled at. So I'm going to adjust my meal plan for this new stage that I'm in and go back to the weight loss phase. So after my experience of struggling with binging previously in maintenance, I've definitely learned that I need to be in the right mindset for the weight loss phase. So I'm personally not just going straight to a caloric deficit. What I'm doing and how I'm approaching is I'm optimizing my maintenance program by adding food to restore my metabolism, and I have been focusing on just completely surrendering to my meal plan without excuses or exceptions. So when I go into the summer of success, I'm coming from a strong place in my program. I've started going through the course already in preparation to lead our sessions and have started my new journal dedicated to this summer of success. And I feel that I need to do the success work before I can do the caloric deficit. I got to do that mindset work before I can go to that place where I'm at a caloric deficit. It's really important to know your vision, to know your deep why, and it has to be stronger than your excuses. So it's okay to ease into it and do that mindset work and success work first before you go all in with your program. So yesterday I journaled about my dreams and my goals. I calculated my new plan. And so anyway, I'm really excited for this new phase of my health journey, and I'm right there with you. If you're in the weight loss phase, let's do this together. It's been a long road, but I feel like I'm at a place where I have a really healthy relationship with food. And so I want to encourage you and just help you to know that that transformation takes time, and it requires an abundance of patience, but don't give up. Just have that mindset of unstoppability. So thank you so much for tuning into today's episode. I hope that you found this episode helpful. I want to support you with your sugar and flour-free lifestyle this summer. And if you're feeling like you need support, join the upcoming Healthy Real Food Challenge. It's going to be happening the week before the Summer of Success. It's June 10th through the 13th, where you can get more details about the Summer of Success coaching program and give your program some rocket fuel for the summer. So we are stronger together. Until next time, I'm cheering you on, my friends, and I will talk to you later. Bye.